KILR Killer Game.
Hello, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome back to the tour around the world featuring FlightGear Flight Simulator 2020, or just FlightGear. This is the version 2020.1.3, so pretty accurate. It would be Flight Simulator 2020 or FlightGear. FGFS is what it tends to be abbreviated as. So, if you look at eBay or Amazon, you'll see things like Flight Simulator 2020. Don't get this confused with Microsoft. Definitely by the looks of it, it's not. But still, in terms of names, don't get confused with it. It's FlightGear Flight Simulator, or just FlightGear on its own. This is an open source simulator. I think it's been around for over 15 years, I think, that it's been open source, and it's free. It doesn't cost anything. You can purchase a copy that would be on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, that would have the program and all the scenery and aircraft and everything, so you don't have to download it. But if you got the bandwidth, you might as well just get it for free and just download what you need, and you don't have to install all the world's scenery. It'll download the scenery as you're flying in the area, so that's kind of nice too. And it's raining. We have a bit of a storm here, so let's go ahead and talk about what flight we're going to do, because we're not going to let this weather stop us. We are right here at Aurora Municipal, and we're going to be flying here to Clow International, which is also known as Bolingbrook's Clow International. We got some basic navigational equipment, so we're going to be making use of our VORs here to make sure that we land at the right airport. And so right here we'll tune in to the page, which I believe is already tuned in, and we're going to take off from runway 9 from Aurora and head straight out, maybe a little bit out of an angle, but we're going to connect with the 130 radio, which will put us right about there. And just to double check, we will also tune into Joliet. I think I've already got that radio set up at 025, which will come out like this. And so when the needle on OBS 2 centers and when the needle on OBS 1 centers, we should be close to this point where we can turn due south and land at Clow. I know some people call it OBI, Omni-Bearing Indicator, but I've also seen it referred to as OBS, Omni-Bearing Selector, I think. I've seen it referred to both ways. So if I say OBS, I'm not talking about the recording software. I'm not talking about the streaming software. But anyways, that is our plan. And we will go ahead and get things started here. Look at this. You got rain on the windshield. Now, it doesn't look as nice as Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, but at least it looks heavier. On the Microsoft version, it just kind of drizzles. It doesn't look really heavy at all. Let's see, 108.4. Check. I got that around 13 or 130. 112.3. Okay, so I've got my VORs already set here, just to kind of help save a little bit on time. But I just want to double check and make sure all those are good to go. Go ahead and get moving here. Now, we won't always fly a Cessna. We will try out some other aircraft too. This is just one of my favorite aircraft to fly. The Bonanza V35 is my favorite, but I don't see that as an option. It doesn't look like anyone's actually made that particular plane for FlightGear. Hey, if someone out there wants to do a V35 Bonanza for FlightGear for the Killer Gamer and the World Tour, let me know. I'll give you credit. I'll give you a shout out in the video. And heck, if you can do a livery, a skin for the Bonanza that has the Killer Gamer logo on it. Oh man, that would just be killer awesome. That's what we say is killer awesome. And you guys are more talented than me. Let's make it happen. Oh, that would be so sweet. All right, let me get the all my autopilot stuff set up there. Something tells me that this is not our altitude. I don't think this is our correct altitude. Let's see if we can get maybe ATIS information somewhere. We'll hit F10 to bring up the menu here, because, hey, we don't have that obtrusive toolbar handle that pops up on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Every time you move the mouse, it pops up. Yeah, we can actually turn it on and off if we want to. There is a mod. I do have a review on the channel of a mod that will make that toolbar disappear, and only when you put the mouse up in the area does it actually show up, which is how it should have been. But let's click on AI, click on AT services and range. Okay, so there is something here for, here we go, we got something for Aurora. Let's see if we can get some ATIS information.
Airport information, Romeo 1820 Zulu 1150 at 15, visibility 2,600 feet, no cloud, temperature 9er, dew point 6, altimeter 29er 25, visual
29er 25.
is in use, departure runway 15, advise on initial contact, you have information, Romeo.
Okay, that's about right.
Airport information, Romeo 1820 Zulu 1150 at 1.
Okay, that's looking about right. Well, looks like we're already up in the air, I think. That storm has got us up in the air already. Alright, let's get the autopilot on here. Look at that! There's actually a rainbow. You don't even see that in X-Plane, and you just now see it in Flight Simulator 2020. Microsoft. Oh, it disappeared too. Wow. And keep in mind, this is the free Flight Simulator. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's level it off right there. Boy, we really are going to need use our instruments here because I can't really see anything. We're still going up in the air, though. There we go. I think we got it. Okay, I think I got it steady here. And now we just need to keep an eye on our needles here when they start to center. Shouldn't be too long. Wow. A couple of trees out in the middle of nowhere there. I think that flashing is lightning. I don't think that's a graphical glitch. Now, for some reason, we intersect with this radio first, then we'll just turn to match it. It won't be much until this one centers. And then we just turn directly to 180 degrees and, well, we should be somewhat, maybe not lined up with the runway, but we should be somewhere close. Look at our artificial horizon. We're level. So we may not be able to see the horizon, but we should be level with it. You can see the trees and stuff. Yeah, so this is an IFR flight that we got going on here. But not a problem for us, considering that we've been flying Flight Simulator 1, 2, 3... because you got very basic scenery. And it's really hard to judge distance to the ground. So you got to utilize your instruments. Let's see. I'm going to take a look and see what the altitude at Clow is. I'm going to bring the map up here. Okay, so Clow, down here it says Plainfield. I think it used to be Plainfield at one time, and now it's Bolingbrook. But 670 is what's listed there for the altitude. And it should be somewhat close to that. So when we go to land... Oh, speaking of which, look. It's beginning to move. The top one. So let's go ahead and start our turn here. Just now centering up. Oops. Now there's no other airport in this area that goes north and south, so if we're landing on runway 18, then that's definitely Clow. I wonder if it's over here in this area. There's a little bit of green we can see right there. Oh, it's moving. Out here. Okay, that's about centered. Let's turn this to 180 degrees. And let's just keep our eyes open and see if we can see the airport. Now I'm going to pull up Navigraph. This is probably going to be a little bit more closer to Navigraph. And 1C5 is it. May need to adjust our heading a little bit. Let's change this to 3.5. Well, no, there's a lot of trees there, so that's probably not it. May have a slight challenge trying to find this. From DuPage on Navigraph, kind of hard to tell. It might be about, let's see, 18, 16, so 120, 50, maybe 135. Let's turn back this direction. Bolingbrook should be around 04. Right there. So maybe what we need to do is turn to a heading of 040. Let me show you a nav graph here real quick. Yeah, I mean, so the Flight Simulator 2 map isn't going to be completely accurate. It was with Flight Simulator 2, but... Okay, so here's... So I'm looking at DuPage right here, and just judging that it's probably 135 this way, and about 35 this way. Okay, I think we may have passed it. Especially hard to see in this weather. The airport should be right at the intersection of these two. I mean, we should be really close to it. Okay, we're just about linked up here. Let's do a reciprocal course on this one. It's about 220. Let's go ahead and turn to 220 here. There is a map on FlightGear, but let's see if we can do it without the map. So I'm going to try to catch the reciprocal course here. And then see if when we fly, link up to this, when this starts to cross or when this starts to center, the airport should be right there. Maybe we need to get a little bit lower. I think one of my cats was banging on the door. See some lights or something, I think. Hopefully this runway's got some lights. I think this is getting closer. If the runway doesn't have any lights, and this visibility is as bad as it is there, then we may not be able to see the runway. It might be covered up. And we passed it too. Alright, let's take a look at the map. Let's see where it's at. Yeah, there it is. We passed it. I think that runway is covered up. We would have seen it. I like this ability here. This will... Yeah, so our navigation's not flawed at all. We just can't see it because of the... And there were no lights either. Either that or we're just not low enough. Let's go ahead and slow things down here. Start dropping some flaps too. I want to have a little bit of control here on the plane. You know, some airports are brighter than others when it comes to lights. Maybe this has something to do with it. We've got to slow this down. Where's our flaps at? I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. We are still going fast. Okay, let's turn the autopilot off. Because that airport has got to be it's on the map. There it is. Yep, it is really, really hard to see. This is not really a, of course there's got to be a building in the way. This is not really a, this is more of a VFR. Airport. Wow. Okay. Interesting. They've got the taxiway on the other side. X-Plane was the same exact way, but in reality, it's on the other side. So it's kind of interesting. I wonder if at one time it was over here. I don't know. This is all grass over here. A good enough place, if any, to park it. Alright, set the parking brakes there and turn her off. Okay, well, we are landed. That was an interesting thing. I think our navigation was fine. The visibility was just really bad. I thought we were going to be able to see the lights, at least the lights, but no, they're not very bright here. So, and that might be true. There are some smaller airports where the lights are not very bright. Anyways, I hope you found this flight entertaining, educational. If so, click that like button and share the video. Leave some comments. Let me know, do you fly FlightGear? What platform do you fly it on? Which operating system? Let me know. Do you enjoy it? And if you're new, subscribe. Hey, why not? Subscribe and click that notification bell so that way you get notified of future flight simulation content. Because some of it comes out once a week and some of it comes out once a month. Now, the more popular a series gets, the more chances it's going to come out on a weekly basis. So if you'd like to see more FlightGear videos and you'd like to see this series come out on a weekly advance rather than monthly, you got to spread the word. You got to get more people here to watch it. I can't do it by myself. so I leave that up to you folks. So if you want to see more FlightGear, let people know that there is a series out there going from airport to airport. And hey, if this is going over 50, 100 views or something like that, on each video, then absolutely we will do this every week. So it's all up to you, the viewers. Also, I do streaming over on Twitch. I hope you head over there and give me a follow. There are times when, as I'm recording episodes, I will also live stream them. That gives you all a chance to be a part of the show and see this weeks and months ahead of time. So, good fun stuff there, and I'd love to be able to meet with you and chat with you as well. I also take pictures and photos of projects that I work on behind the scenes and put them up on Instagram. So if you like to get a little peek on what it is that I might be working on, that's where you want to go. On Twitter, that is our official channel, communication channel, to give you updates about the station, KILR TV, and also KILR news announcements, some retweets of things that I think you might find interesting. Snapchat, I always think to do something with it, and I never I do once in a while, but sometimes I don't. But if you happen to have a Snapchat account, we do too. And hey, add us if you'd like. And then Patreon, if you'd like to donate and help me build this channel up. I greatly appreciate it, and there are rewards there as well. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you on the next episode of our FlightGear World Tour. Have a killer awesome day.